I was raised in a problematic way from the time I was 4 until the time that I was 12 for 8 years in my childhood years. Now, this has been 50 years since I'm 62 now. Nonetheless, this method of raising us, his forms of discipline were brutal and inventive, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Nonetheless, the point is that he believed that he got the idea in his head that if he spared the rod, he would spoil the child, and I think you know where that comes from. I'm a Christian, believe it or not. It took me decades to. I'm not going to get into that very much either, but I am a Christian. The point is, I think you'll see, he felt that he was showing his love to us by being brutal, by again, I'm not going to get into it. He felt he was showing love to us, that we would turn out better for this, and that if he didn't do this, that we would turn out poorly in a bad way. It was just the opposite. We turned out in a bad way because he did this. I have complex PTSD. That research it. It comes. It's harsh. He felt that he was doing the right thing out of love. Now, the point of this story is that a lot of us feel. I've heard it a dozen times, and I'm certain you've heard it as well. Especially if you're a Christian, maybe even if you're not a Christian, a lot of us feel that the Bible says that being gay is a sin and you're going to go to hell if you're gay. Being transgender is a sin and you're going to go to hell if you're transgender. Being bisexual is a sin and you're going to go to hell if you're bisexual. And and people who are gay, bisexual, and transgender are treated very, very brutally, I would say. Now, you would look back at what my father did and you would think, it's, how can he do that? How can he do that to a child? I, and he was taught to do that. He was trained to do that. But he did it. And you may feel sorry for me. You may not feel sorry for me. He's damn near killed me, the old man has. And I mean that in many ways. He's damn near killed me. When we treat people brutally and harshly, because we feel the Bible tells us to do that. When doing this frequently causes people to live, to live, have a hard time living, have a hard time living. They frequently end themselves because of this treatment. Now, the people who are treating them like this are doing it because they feel the Bible tells them they should do it. They are doing it just like my dad did. They feel like they're doing this because if they didn't, it wouldn't be showing love. They feel they are showing love by doing something that causes them to want to kill themselves. Because I'm going to give them the benefit of that. They honestly think that the person who is gay is going to turn out better, even knowing that they are killing themselves in shocking numbers. And if they're dying in what the Christian believes is an unsaved state, he believes that he's sending them to hell by loving them. Guys, there are better ways to raise your children. There are better ways. I know a lot about this. I'm not gay, but there are better ways to lead people to Jesus than instructing them, that getting them to believe that they can't come to Jesus, that they've got to stop being the way they are. I know that many of you don't believe this, but being gay, being transgender, being bisexual is not a sin. I know what the Bible says. I've studied it with this in mind. I've looked for any way because I was like you. I believed that people were going to go to hell if they were gay. Therefore, I looked out of love. I studied and studied for years, decades even, to see is there any other way, and I found it. I found how we're misunderstanding that. My dad didn't look for any other way to raise me. He was proud what he did. He was proud. He was proud the day he died. He didn't look for any other way to raise me. He didn't wonder, is there anything I can do that isn't torturous to my children? Are you looking for any other way to lead these people to Jesus rather than causing them to kill themselves? Are you?